socio. I think in the next 3 months, we will be at 90%. So the remaining one, there are very few. I had a meeting with the sub-county director on how we can mop up resources to improve those other schools that we began a while ago. Now Punda Primary is sorted out. We got money to build 3 classrooms. We got more money to build another extra 5 classrooms. So the school now is complete like any other schools. The schools that we have agreed with the director, sub-county director for education, Dr. Kasembeli, to mop up resources, both from the ministry, the one you call infrastructure funds. We had agreed to consolidate. We rearranged the priorities, and I told him to focus on to build more classrooms. Where the ministry has said we build 2 classrooms for JSS, and the school has adequate, it doesn't have enough classrooms, we agreed to pool resources from other schools that have excess classrooms to be able to support them. So you will find that the ministry in some schools will be building like 4 classrooms. Some of these schools are like Ikwechi, Ngoli Primary School, Misihumeini SDA, Hamlati DB, Namahele Primary, Matisi Primary, Namasanda GOP Primary School, and Mahonge Primary School. These are schools which they are not very old, so we want to ensure that also we bring them along to the level and the standards of the majority of the schools that we currently have in our sub-county. Number 3, I also wanted to hear from you, because I have apart from re-engineering the education infrastructure in my constituency, I think I'm also re-engineering for the whole country in terms of how the education subsector is going to be managed. I have a proposal which has advanced, and I think when we get back to Parliament, we will be able to conclude that piece of legislation. I think by end of next year, that law, I'm hopeful that law will have, Parliament will have passed that law so that we can implement, because I've had an engagement with the Ministry of Education. And we have all agreed that they take over that amendments from myself so that it becomes government, because they are all agreeable. What I propose, I had made 2 proposals. One had been unanimously agreed upon. The other one is the one that we are still discussing to find a way on to what extent do we accommodate it. You realize that most of the problems in the education sector are usually being blamed on policy makers, which is actually the Commission. And then in my proposal, I want to restructure the way the Teacher Service Commission is composed. The composition of the commissioners, I want the whole process to be restructured, where CAPTCHA must second a commissioner to the Teacher Service Commission. Yeah. CAPTCHA must also second an individual as a commissioner to sit on the Teacher Service Commission, and the tertiary institutions should also second their representative to sit on the Teacher Service Commission as a commissioner. And of course, the ministry also agreed that the PS education also will have an alternate member sitting on that commission, which I agreed, and also Treasury, because of the massive investment that the government of Kenya invests in the Teacher Service Commission. So that when matters of teachers are being discussed, you have your own who are part of the decisions that TSC does. And it is not something that is out of the blues. Yeah? Members of parliament, they are enumerated by the Parliamentary Service Commission. We elect 4 or 5 members of parliament to sit on the Parliamentary Service Commission. Those are our colleagues. We are not saying retired teachers, they must be currently serving. When you retire, you exit because your interests will have changed. Yeah? So the same even to the Judicial Service Commission. You see the magistrates, they elect one of their own to be a commissioner at the JSC. The judges elect one of their own also. The advocates, also they elect one of their own to sit on the Judicial Service Commission. So it cannot be that when we are discussing matters for teachers, we are seconding businessmen and women to be commissioners. How can they understand the problem that teachers of this country go through? Yeah? So that is where my focus is, and we are advanced. I will just, once I've finished, I will just want to get a few comments from you. And of course, also there is a discussion about which I find it amenable, is okay, that also the union can also second their representative to sit there. Then we can come up with the modalities on how all this representation is going to come up. Then we can come up with a formula to distribute. When the rep from the union is coming from this region, then the capture should come from the other region, then the one for Kesha from another region, so that we're also balancing the country, not to take the leadership of the commission in one particular area. Number 3, I also want to thank you for the support. From the time that you elected me as your member of parliament in 2017, I've never had a problem when we are implementing projects in primary schools. I've never had a problem. Most problems are in secondary schools. Yeah? Most problems are in secondary schools, which, because of other reasons. But the primary schools, you've really supported our projects. All our projects have been completed very fast, on time. And you have also been assisting me to ward off propaganda that have been fueled by prophets of doom. At times when I go through social media, and I even see some elected leaders, though they don't do it nowadays because I suit them. Because you can't just defame the character of a very hard-working young man like myself for the purposes of cheap political games. And you know, I have no energy to engage in physical fighting. No. Yeah? So I took them to court. You know, I look at them saying that, oh, our store building are condemned, they are collapsing, and I wonder, which part of the world do they live in? Yeah? Which part of the world do they live in? As we are moving to the next level, we began by eliminating mud-walled classrooms, and those that were learning under trees like Hamlati, they were under rented land in some under trees. Yeah? Kikwechi, there were no classrooms. Chelekei, a secondary school, they were in the primary. Ngoli primary, there were no classrooms. Tarajamungu, they were learning in an ramshackle buildings that were meant for administration police service. You know, Matisi, there were no schools. You know, there were horrible structures at Sango Primary School. We eliminated all of them. We went to building story buildings. Now we are moving from story buildings to ensuring that we phase out all old buildings and we make them new, so that because when I came in as a member of parliament, I was told that some of those buildings that were existing, the one that we are replacing, that they were first built when Kenya got independence. Most of teachers who are here, they learned from the same structures, you know. So I said, let me replace them, even if another person will replace them in the next 40 or 50 years, but at least they will remember me for having at least done something, having offered my contribution. So what we are going to do in my next phase, and I just wanted to get your thoughts around that, is that with this CBC, we have, you know, in development begins by a thought. Then a thought becomes an idea. Yeah? Then the people who will come after we've left, because we will not here permanently, they will build on that idea to leverage on whatever we will have done and do more. I will want the sub-county to take us through, with this CBC, what are some of the things that you require, you know, so that the learners can appreciate and understand the training which you are giving them. For example, of course, we have fields. If those who are football, they can go to play in the field. We have fields. But number two, maybe those who try, maybe when they are taking swimming lessons, there is no swimming pool, so they swim in sand. What else do we think it is required? Because I want, before I leave the position that I'm holding now, before 2027, I want to identify at least 2 schools in every ward, which you people, you can ballot and you give me the names. A school that has got enough land, yeah, where we can make that school a model JSS school. We can set up those facilities. We can, maybe swimming pool, we can set up the swimming pool. And then yourself, you will make arrangements to plan on how the learners can make good use of those facilities, either by following some timetable, so that you don't have to be taking through your students through swimming lessons in sand. Maybe you begin by basics in sand, then you will have your own way of which school will be there, 7 to 8, which school will be there from 9, from 10, from 11, so that you can also make good use of those ones. Then once that one is done, then the member of parliament who will take after me can begin now to replicate in other schools. Because we have to begin from somewhere, right? Yeah. So that we can have some resources, pool resources, where schools from that particular area can utilize. That is my thought, and I think we can improve. That can improve the when you are teaching the students, they will be able to appreciate. Some don't know how a swimming pool is like. Yeah. And then that swimming pool, we can also make it public during during holidays and weekends. We can have a system where our people can take their children to swim. They can pay some small money, which can be used to maintain. Yeah, I'm sure even Malim brought us wish to take his grandchildren to swim. He can afford to pay some even 100 shillings or 200 shillings, right? So that is where my head is focusing. Is focusing now, and I also think of we can have even also this like one school bus per ward.
Wow.
Yeah. We just designate which school.
Yes.
We put a school bus there. And this school bus there, we can find a way of fueling it with the runs. It picks students from here, swimming pool hapa, wana swim inaenda hapa, those kind of things. That is where my focus is going on here. Yeah. Because I want by 2027, people say that, development, you have to structure it. I'm going to build, I've identified some secondary schools, and I've already done budget allocations. A school like Maini Girls, we are going to give that school a serious facelift. We want to bring that school to the level of better than St. Mary's Socio. I'm sure by next year that school will be the most highly populated. Parents look at how the school looks like. We are going to put tiles. We are going to press out those old buildings. We are going to redesign the whole school, put cabro, so that the school can be of the level that it was a few years ago when we were growing up. So I've identified a number of schools, but the budget for CDF for this last and final financial year, 2025, 2026, and 2026, 2027. Even though 2026, 2027, I will not be there because I'm praying that God will have taken me to the county. But we will have already committed that proposal. So the member of parliament who will come will just implement whatever we have done there. So my plan is that within these 2 financial years, we will have completed. There will be no old structure in all the primary and the JSS schools in the Kimilili constituency. That one we have already achieved because we are just beginning to implement the remaining one in the next couple of days. So that one is already done. We are already done and dusted. And all our projects are to completion. There's no project which we fund to give partly this year, another one this year. No, we fund completion. So my next phase now is to, with your guidance and how we will agree, we identify 2 centers in every ward, 2 centers. Like this ward, Gibingei, we have the upper and the lower. Kimilili, we have the township and the rural. Maeni, we have the upper side and the lower side. Same to Kamkuya. 2 schools must have complete facilities. You need to look around Kenya and identify which JSS in Kenya, whether public or private, that has got the ultimate best facilities. We will replicate the same facilities, we will put in one, we will even make them more better in 2 centers in every ward, so they can be available to be utilized by schools that are falls within that particular zone. Then the last one that I intend to do is that for ease, you've been struggling at times when you are going to for this national festivals, school buses you don't have, you go to borrow from secondary schools, they're not available. So at least if we can have 2 per ward for primary schools, not for secondary schools. So if the secondary schools want to hire them, they can pay. So you also fuel those other buses. So we have 2 in every ward to assist the transportation for the primary schools, because it's appearing that Kenya as a country, we have reset our education system to factory settings, and the whole that matters begins from primary schools, right? Yes. Because from those who have done very well from primary schools, I think they can do well in any secondary school in any part of our country. You know, so that is why my focus has always been on the primary schools. Last but not least, because when we are here, we are all leaders in our own kind. Many people seem not to understand why Kenyans supported our new constitution to bring devolution. One of the things that I will be asking you to assist me, if the people of Bungoma will give me an opportunity to work for them as their governor, is to find a way on how. Because from where I sit, I think there is a problem. Because you can't have an ECD classroom where the head teacher is, where the teacher is the head teacher in himself, is the deputy in himself, is the director of studies in himself, he supervises himself or herself. You know, it can't work that way. You know, while the ECD is a function of a county government, the same constitution says that both national and county government can corroborate, you know, can work together. Yes. So you must find a way of that, so that me, from where I sit, the ECD should have their management at the county level, yes, but they should have a dotted reporting line to the head teacher of a parent primary school. Yeah. Because how do you manage? Because we live in a society where all of us, we are struggling with alcoholism. Hata mimi jana nimekunywa wine glass 3 hapa kwa nyumba. You know? So if you have an ECD teacher who is engaging in an excess, so how do you know you reported it to work? How do you know what that teacher is doing? You can't have a center. In my tenure as governor of Bungoma, all those ECD primary schools, we will build them within the primary schools. Not identifying a land that is some 3 kilometers away from the primary school. You know, they should be within the... Nowadays, we have got many primary schools. There is no primary school that in Bungoma that you have to walk for 5 kilometers. Many of our primary schools are just within walking distance. We walked during our times. We were just walking to school and coming back with all those challenges. At times when it rains, we will hide somewhere in the bush, but if any parent will see us, they will smoke us out, take us to school, and that is where we are. That is those are societal problem that we struggle with every time moving forward. So that's an area that I also I want you to be part of the resources for coming up with my manifesto. So when I will call you next time somewhere, you should know that at least I've identified you, because you are the one who are near me and you represent the rest of the county. We can sit and work out and see how we can achieve that one. Another one, before I invite the leadership to take us through the next session as guided by myself, is that I want you to support me. Yeah? I want to change this county. We must literally, by force, get this county out of the hands of people who are always sat in the Tower of Babel. People don't know, who have no idea on how governance is all about. You know, governance and leadership are two different things. Yeah? And from where I sit, I think basically, government projects come to solve public problems. Yes. If you have a public problem somewhere, or a public nuisance, then the government can solve that public problem by bringing a project. Yeah? Or coming up with a policy or a law that will redefine and restructure how government officers works to solve that public problem. If you pass there, Masinde Kandui, you will see there's a very big stadium there called Masinde Muliro. It gobbled close to $1 billion shillings. And you ask yourself, what public problem that stadium came to solve? Because if you say that the only perceived existed public problem was lack of a place where talents can be nurtured, all our primary schools, secondary schools, they have got like a playing field where they do. So that problem never existed. And if it existed, we ought to have solved it by, there are some schools where their ground is not even. So just get a grader to even it, you will like revelize, equip flat, so that the children will continue playing from that particular area. And maybe invest in capture sporting activities, make them more lucrative, you know. So those are things which we will try to look into, you know. They went to Webuye, they put there another close to $1 billion in the name of, it's called a milk processing plant. If the national government was unable to run Zoya until it leased it to somebody, it was unable to run pan paper. Who tells you that the county government of Bungoma can run a milk processing plant? And what public problem did that milk processing plant will come to solve? You know? The problem that dairy farmers pass from Bungoma go through is lack of market for their dairy products. So all we require is to persuade KCC or Brookside to come and set up a milk collection center in Bungoma. And we agree on how we are going to partner with them, whether we can buy these trucks and buy inawekwa maziwa and collect maziwa, you know, and then we do an assessment of course they will give us their conditions. So they can even say that for us to come and set up a milk collection center in Bungoma farmers must be able to produce 50,000 liters of milk in a day. Then we can do an assessment, look at how much milk we are producing. If they are 20,000, then we see the deficit, how many cows do we require? If we require 5,000 dairy cows, we buy these cows, then we find a formula of distributing them across. Then we boost the production of milk, then KCC will pick the milk, our farmers are paid the money, we don't have to... If collecting money from a market center, there is pilferage to the level where whatever is getting to the county is not even a half of what is collected, you know? What will make us believe that the proceeds from that milk processing plant will reach the county coffers? The county doesn't have the county cannot be like the national government. National government has got a whole directorate of inspectorate of state corporations. They have the auditor general, you know, they have control of budget. So if you are going to have industries run by counties, county governments, Are they going also to establish their county county inspectorate of corporations? Are they going to have their own auditor general auditing all how money is being done there? So it becomes a problem, right? So I have all, when time comes, I'm just working on my manifesto, and this new year, I'll also call you for a retreat and pay you because you will come to contribute to my manifesto. You will come as a resource person. You will not come. You will not come as a head teacher. You will come as a resource person. Yes. I will sit down. I will listen to you. Yes. I will take notes so that we can see how we can improve the education sector. But I can tell you for a fact, if you see how our schools are looking when I'm a member of parliament, you can begin to imagine how our village polytechnics will look like. Yes. You know, how our dispensaries and health centers will begin to look like. Yes. You know, because we mean business. Forget about what the people say out there. So I will require your support. Our whole, and there are some people who have begun to speculate that I am a project. I saw somebody, one of my competitors, who was insinuating that that I am a project prepared, sijui, to protect, sijui whatever, sijui what has been stolen, sijui, and maintain, preserve the status quo. I am not. I am on my own. Those people are saying I'm on my own. They are saying that members of parliament have deserted me. The vision of running for Bungoma is mine. It's not for them. So how does they not supporting me be a problem? They have their own interests. Yes. Yeah? Which we will discuss not now. No. I cannot sit down with an MP from whatever to discuss the. No. Now it's about the interests of the people. Yes. But now, when time comes, now we will bring the professionals and the stakeholders. We will speak to them, because you convince a professional to vote for you on the basis of a manifesto. Yes. Yeah, and that's why we are working on now. Yeah. So I am no one's project, but I'm the people's project. I am the project of the people of Bungoma. Right? So I want you to be the engines of deflating those fake propaganda. Yeah. And me, I'm not going to. I will want everybody from Bungoma to support me, but that's not possible. Yeah. Yeah. It's not possible. Yeah. Yeah. So this new year, I'm going to come up with a timetable. I will come to your schools to open all those schools. Yeah. I think I'm going to commit January, February, and March that I must open all these schools around. So when the timetable will be out, you can be able to liaise with my office, make arrangements, tell the parents, so that we can come and at least officially, because I'm sure there are some parents who don't know how the school is looking as we speak today. There are some parents who don't come to school unless there is something. So we have to create that something that will make them come to school and see how it is. And I had also forgotten, I have changed my model of bursary application. We are going to use all fronts. So I want to give you some small responsibility, because you are students. Yes. Those JSS who are joining senior secondary school, you've been with them for the last 7-8 years. You know their status the economic status of their parents. I want you to give me a confidential note. Go to your school. You will be able to know their school of where they have been offered placement now. You know, right? And if you have a child that has done so well, na ameitwa kwa shule ya mbali, na anaweza enda kwa Friends Kamsinga, Kimilili Boys, Chesamis, Teremi, please inform me. Fadhali warudishe hapa kwa rais. Yeah? Or Lugulu.
Yes.
Lugulu, because they are Lugulu, Kimilili, Chesamis, Friends Kamsinga, Teremi. And those are schools which we can at least, even Moi Girls Kamsinga. So you bring them here, and I want you, before the school opens, you give me a confidential note of those your students, those ones that you know they will struggle to pay school fees, because you know their parents.
Yes.
You give them to me, I will look for them. Or I will, of course, we will announce for them to begin applying for bursaries tomorrow. But those ones that you know they are the best, they have done well, wameenda kwa shule mzuri, hiyo nafasi isipotee, we are going to give them first priority. Check yao kwa tayari, wakienda na shule wasipoenda kufukuzwa. Yeah. Wengine wa hapa we can at least negotiate. Lakini wale ambao wanaenda mashule mbali nje wapi, unajua watasumbuliwa kama hawajalipa school fees, please tuwasaidie, especially those children whose parents are, maybe a father is a complete alcoholic, ni mlevi kabisa, hata nyumbani ya kuji. Wale wazee wenye ukipea hata 1,000 badala anunue chakula, anakunywa pombe, anaenda nyumbani mpaka anapika bibi na watoto kuwafukuza. You should not allow the children to suffer because of their parents. Yes. So we should take care of those ones. So that is another assignment which I will expect you to assist me, so that we can. The school also appreciates herself if whatever you are channeling out, they are able to proceed to their logical conclusion. But if you produce high results, then after some time you meet with the same students, same pupils, or gender shule, wanakunywa changa, you don't feel well as a teacher. But the rest of the things that are happening here, we'll sort it out for you. Don't worry.
Thank you.
We have a very good government, I can tell you for a fact. Forget about other things. The problem is our eyes that we put in government. They're the ones that at times they sleep. Yeah? Yes. I've seen, I've had a discussion with some other leader here before you came in, that you find even like our boss now, Musali. It's like he's in heaven, he arrived. You know, politics is about presence. Yes. And engaging your people. Yes. So that you understand what is in their mind. Yes. They can even give you positive feedback. Yes. You know, that is the problem we are having. You know, and I think we should. The reason why the Constitution, why did you think the Constitution said that for all government appointments, they must meet regional balance? Because Kenyans were alive to the fact that at times development is done depending on who comes from where. Yes. Madam? Yes. Eh? That's where Kenyans say that we must have regional balance. Once you have regional balance, at least there is hope that we are going to have a balanced development. You know, I've had people coming up with various theories, castigating our community, that our community needs to change, that because we terminate political careers of our leaders when they are at their peak. They were giving examples on how Mukasa Kitui, a high-flying cabinet minister, lost the Kimilili parliamentary seat. See how Muskaro Gombo lost. You know, before you rise to that level, we can listen to the hope that you try to create. We can listen to you, to your parables, to your theories, to your good English in terms of making us visualize where our community will be once you hold a particular position. But once you hold that particular position, you should no longer continue to sell hope. You sell results. Yes. Yeah. Before you became a head teacher, maybe you were saying that I am a classroom teacher, but the day I'll be the head teacher, I will produce very good results. Just vumilia too, just pray for me. I am almost there. Just pray for me. But once you are a head teacher, you can continue selling hope. No. You produce results. Yeah, and the people are justified. People are justified. People are justified if they put you in a position when they don't see results, they say take you home. They bring another person. That's how life is. Today you are there, tomorrow you are not there. Mwingine ako hapo na maisha fana mgani. Naendelea mbele. You know, let me just ask you a very, because you are the people who understand what we have done here in Kimilili. I'm not the first member of parliament. No, you are not. I am not. We have many who have come before me. Let's not even go far. Tuanzie tu hapo kwa Kitui. If Kitui did what I have done, if SLD followed, and if Murunga followed, where will we be now? We will be very far. It's just about planning. And at times when you are a leader and you plan, you must show your way. Yes. When I came in, I found even Murunga was sending money to build some swimming pool in Francis Kamsinga. When I came in, they did a proposal for me to give them money to build, to put Capro. But I looked at their annual turnover is more than what we get at CDF 3 years put together. So such a school does it require any support from us? No. It runs itself. Right? So when I came in, I said, I am not going to work to be popular. But I'm going to work to change our constituency. And I think the idea of President William Ruto saying that Kenya must be Singapore, I think that is where we began from. Because we said any secondary school that has a population of 800 and above, they have got alternative sources of funds, source of income. They don't require any support from CDF Kimilili until we re-engineer the infrastructure from our primary schools to that level. Then in future, when there is equity, when there is some equity and balance of infrastructure, then we can begin to give money to all those other secondary schools. Because now you cannot, Kenya is a we can't. Our constituency was like an animal farm where some animals are more important than the other. Those that are fat want to continue being fat to the detriment of those who are thin, and they continue to be more impoverished. So somehow when I began, because I said I don't want to be popular everywhere. Many MPs, what they do that when they come during their first year, they want to be popular everywhere. They take the CDF funds, they fragment it into small projects, 1,500, 1,200. You see them the whole day, amepeana checks 30, 40. Amepeleka shule hii 1,500, sijia kupaka rangi 32, amepeleka hapa 1,200, that he want to be popular because parents clapped for him in every school. He took some check there. But after 1 year, you go there, you can't see the impact. So me, I said I am going to begin with very few schools, but once I have left a school, the mark will be there permanently. Yes. Today we have covered everywhere. Yes. We have moved to the next level. So surely even Kimilili has become Singapore. Yes. You've seen this road coming. Mwana hii barabara ya kuja hapa mpaka Chepgabi, mwana tunaweka tamak. We have gotten money again to put tamak there. Hii barabara unaweza, you can come like this, we still find your way there. Tumefungua ingine hapo, unaweza enda straight hivyo. The road from Mukulima to Chesamis, we are putting tarmac. The road from Maeni to Kapsogon, we are putting tarmac. We have very many things that we've done, right? And because of, I know many parents have been suffering for when they try to chase this very cheap, though expensive document called birth certificate. Yes. They go to Bungoma. Yes. Now we are going to have Huduma Center here in Kimilili. And because we will have Huduma Center here in Kimilili, I will literally have a timetable. We will be moving that office from school to school, school to school, school to school, school to school. They come with their computers to school. If it is, they can go to Kitai. Then you can have all the parents from Kibunde, they go to Kitai to get their birth certificate processed. From there they move, so that we don't have to keep moving around, going everywhere. It has brought issues even to the head teachers. I know of a head teacher who had a problem with the parents because I wanted to assist genuinely, so akaambia mwalimu wazazi wale watoto wenye hawana birth certificate wamupatie yeye pesa. Unajua yeye pia alikuwa ameongeza kidogo ile ya transport yake na lunch ya kwenda Bungoma, so it was on the process, so wazazi wakaanza kuleta matatizo. So those are things which I have tried to sort out. And our Huduma Center is the biggest in Kenya. Yeah. You know, many Huduma Centers were converted from some space by poster to Huduma Centers. And Huduma Center, the services offered are dependent on the availability of space. Because an agency will come with the officers and a desk and they put there. Like in Bungoma, there are services that are not in Bungoma that will be here in Kimilili. Wow. We will even have an ombudsman. Those people have court cases and you feel that your case has been bungled. You go to report to the ombudsman. The ombudsman will call that file to check. So we will have ombudsman here. We are going to have people traveling. This is what many people don't know. Because we are building a modern Huduma Center whose space was dictated by all available government services offered to her citizens, we will begin to have people from Bumula and Kandui and the other parts of Bungoma coming for those services in Kimilili here that are not in Bungoma here. And that is going to grow our economy. Yes. Yeah, because they will have lunch, they will come to eat around here. Yeah, the Wazes who are fond of creating long queues to sleep, not to go home, they will find a place to sleep here. Yeah. Yeah, so we are on the right trajectory. Yes. You see, when the road from Skata to Kimilili, I was able to get enough funds now. Yes. Na nikamanage ku persuade Kera at least to make them all the road motorable from here to towards the end of it. So this new year they are beginning to lay tarmac and they will begin from our constituencies here, going down. Yeah? I said sorry those from Webuye. You know, I said they begin from here, going downwards, because you see now I'm the vice chair of the Roads Committee. Yes. And the position that we serve in Parliament are a courtesy of the people who put us there. Yes. So my current position is pegged on the fact that I'm the member of Parliament for Kimilili. Yes. Mjumbe yenu ya Dan Wanyama ni chairman ya Sports Committee. Alienda akaweka Sports Academy Bokoli High School, which is okay, because the shape of the tail cleans the tail of the sheep cleans where the sheep sits. It doesn't clean where the neighbor sits. That is how it is. Yeah, that's how it is. And ama namna gani madam? Siko namna hiyo tu. Yeah, so wacha tupange hii yetu hii. Na huyo madam ule Joyce Hanali, I had promised to take her staff for a holiday, I think 2 years ago, and I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. So what I'm going to do, nyinyi wote, after this meeting, mtakuja kuona wale walimu wale wa JSS. Mtawasanya. I think I'm told they are around 400. So after this meeting, next meeting, I'm going to have a meeting with all JSS teachers. Those who are taking instructions from you to teach. Those whom you are managing.
Yes.
I also see them and appreciate them. Lakini nyinyi wote, hii mwaka mpya Januari hii, when the schools have settled, niko na wapeleka Mombasa for holiday ya siku 5. Na ule madam uko na staff ya wanafunzi wangapi? 32. Ule madam, kwa sababu nilikuwa nimemwahidi miaka 2 na miaka 2 iliisha na sijafanya, yeye nitaleta tu ndege ile ya Jambo Jet kuja hapo Matulo, na yeye na staff yake wote waingie kwa ndege waende Diani pia siku 5. Sasa ile mimi mko Mombasa sababu wanafanya kazi nzuri, si ndio? Si mnajua hiyo shule imekuwa shule mzuri kabisa. Na huyu madam ako na bidii sana. Kuna shule darasa 2 hapo. Na hii pesa kidogo tu ya kokota hapa na hapa. There were 2 or 3. 3 and 2 offices. 3 and 2 offices. Hii pesa tu ya kokota kidogo hivi akajenga. You know? Wakati nilikuwa naweka kaburo kwa shule yake na tiles, akawasema mwenyewe anaweka gate. Umeona? Na mimi huwa nawaambia, you see at times your leadership should also extend to your parents. Once you have nicely spoken with your parents, they will support you. You don't force, they will support you. You know, you lead them in that direction, they will support you. Once you have an arrangement, me, I have no problem. You know, there is a way you need to understand your parents. Once you understand them, they have understood you. There is no parent in Kenya, leave alone Kimilili, who doesn't want his or her child to excel in academics. There is no, even those who are completely drunk, they are alive to that fact. So hii mwezi ya Januari, nyinyi wote the head teachers, naleta tu basi hapa mzuri ile ya hizi zinaendanga Kampala hizi, kama ni hizi kochi, tuje tu hapa mnaingia ndani Mombasa siku ngapi? Siku 5. We will leverage on we will try to find out which day is good. So that which day is good at least for you is not a problem. You can leave on a Friday, you come back on a Tuesday. You also tell your deputy that you are giving them an opportunity to shine. So that you can leave this for them. So that they don't feel when they say mumeenda Mombasa mumewacha, you tell them no. You are going to Mombasa is an opportunity for them to shine. Na ukirudi nyuma, nyinyi pia naye mkirudi nyuma mkue wazuri, you do a report vile the deputy amerani shule, you do a report, mnatuma kwa Teacher Service Commission. Kwamba while I was away, the deputy was able to excel in these areas, okay? Lakini kwa yule madam, because that has been yes, a promise I made, and you also agree that that school for very many years has been our jewel. So that school, hiyo madam na wanafunzi na staff yake na chata ndege yao wainitoka tu hapa Matulo hapa mpaka huko Diani, mpaka huko siku 5 tena ndege na wafanya na gani? Inawarudisha. Ndio waendelee kusaidia watoto wetu. Ndio. Na kuna shule ingine pia hii kuna shule ingine imeenda mpaka state house, ilikuwa gani? RC Boys. Yeah, but the RC Boys I was with the president and told me you have a very good school. Yes. This Kimilili RC Boys. So there is, I have agreed with the president on something which I am just waiting for it to materialize. Then I will tell you. But your school, we will change it completely. Yeah. So it's a very good school. But yote tisa, all of you, you've done pretty very well. You know? Na Kasembeli, hawa walimu nimewapatia ruhusa, ukisikia wanataka kukutransfer na utaki kwenda, uniambie. You know, at times because unajua tuko na walimu wengine huko nje. Anuna tu shule yako hii mzuri hii ya Kamukwe AC. Iko mzuri hii Kamukwe AC, alafu anatafuta counterpart ya Dr. Kasembeli elsewhere. Anasema nataka niende kwa hiyo shule. Hiyo mtu tu akae tu kwa shule yao huko. If the transfer, kama transfer is for other reasons, pengine wame request mwenyewe ni sawa. Lakini mtu asikuja atisa tikue hapa Kimilili ati ndio watu wanataka kuja ati wanatoa hapa. Hakuna, wakae tu kwa huko wangoje nikue governor, tutajenga everywhere ndio. Asante sana Dr. Kasembeli, ukanisema rais.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa, for the wonderful counsel. And one thing that I want to appreciate Mheshimiwa is that Mheshimiwa has a vision.
Yes.
You know, sometimes when he talks and thinks, unashangaa hizi vitu wanafikiria saa ngapi. And when you listen, you just feel good. Because you can see where you are moving.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Mheshimiwa. I know we wanted an open forum. We shall allow a few comments on some 2-3 issues that Mheshimiwa wanted to get feedback. Ya kwanza ni composition ya TSC. Can we have some, let's say 4, 2 ladies, 2 men, making a comment about it. Maoni yenu ni yapi? He has talked so much. I like the idea, but I don't want to comment. Madam Joyce. Madam Joyce.
Thank you, sir. To Mheshimiwa and colleagues, good morning once more. Good morning. I want to
Madam,
say something.
kuja useme huku.
Sorry, sir, I'm used to...
Our media person recommends kuja huku. Yeah, kuja huku.
Yeah. Thank you. So thank you, Mheshimiwa.
Asimama tu hapa. Oh, yes.
Sub-County Director, colleagues, good morning once more. My name is Hanali, as you've heard. I want to commend something on the composition of the commissioners at Teacher Service Commission. First of all, I want to thank you, Mheshimiwa, for the proposal of the bill. You find that the commissioners have always been appointed by the president to serve for 6 years on full term, and they are on full salary. And Mheshimiwa, your proposal about having part-time is very, very good because, one, you propose that all the commissioners must have a background in education, which is very important because they will understand what it entails in the education system. And then also, when they are on part-time, they'll be like the board of management. Currently, these commissioners are small gods. They have really been frustrating the teachers. And given that they will know that they are going to be there for a short time, I think they should also be signing a contract performance. Because as much as you're going to be there for a short period of time, and this is what normally I tell my board of management, that when they're joining the board, they must look at the school take a camera of the school, and by the time they're leaving, how is it? So these commissioners must also sign performance so that for the time period they are going to be there, they should be able to certify that they are able to do what is required in TSC. And then if they are going to be reappointed again, for how long? Because somebody may become a commissioner, on the board, and then is there consistently. So we must have a period, Mheshimiwa. Then matters of having teachers put on the board as commissioners, as much as we look at the regional balancing, we must also look at the leadership of KEPSHA at the national level. You'll find that maybe the chairman KEPSHA nationally is the one put on the board. And then we also have teachers here who may not be at the national level, but can do very well as commissioners. Yes. So as much as we look at the balancing, let us not rush to pick somebody who is the national chair, at the same time is also sitting as a commissioner. Mheshimiwa, we want to appreciate you for that. Somebody said, if you want to destroy a nation, you don't need firearms. What you need is to destroy the education system. We really appreciate you, Mheshimiwa. Asanteni sana for listening to me.
Thank you so much, Madam. Second person. We want another person about composition of TSC. Yes, Madam. Kuja hapa hapa.
Thank you.
Yeah. Then we expect 2 male, gender balance. 2 male.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. Thank you, our Sub-County Director, colleagues. Good morning. Morning. My name is Joan Serengo. I just want to make a comment about the composition. I was thinking that even the learners with special needs, they may also be represented so that they can also, their problems can also be aired and be addressed. At the same time, I want to thank our Mheshimiwa so much because he has taken fully my learner, my child who is a hearing impaired child at St. Francis Primary School in Kapenguria. He has been giving him bursaries and the child is learning. I'm very happy. Another one is I want to say that I wish I could stay long in Bituyu because the school is now wow. But now, unfortunately, I'm soon leaving, but I have left. I'm going to leave the school better than I found it. Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you. There is talk about SNE representation. People with special needs.
My name is Stephen Wanyonyi Bukhalange, head teacher social. I'm supporting the Mheshimiwa. That bill is now coming from the grass. Whatever that is done within the ground is represented in the TSC. That is the true picture now. Because somebody is coming from here, he's able to give the clear picture and is going to be represented national-wise. So, Mheshimiwa, I say thank you. Let it go on. Thank you.
Thank you. Now the last person on TSC, male composition of TSC.
They're in support of us, the ladies.
Yes, Chalekei.
Not Chalekei. This is Kambini CC, Francis Walekwa, Honorable MP, Sub-County Director. Mine is only to add on the number of officers as commissioners in TSC. Now that we are leading learners, I think our Sub-County Director, let's be inclusive and add the children's government representative. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So members, he talks of the children's government representative. Madam talked about SNE, those with special needs. Madam Joyce also. Any other opinion so that we can close that chapter on TSC composition? Chair.
Thank you, sir. Mheshimiwa, thank you very much. On composition of TSC, Mheshimiwa, we want to thank you for that proposal, and I think we feel elated if it will go through. Now, colleagues, me, I'm looking at it. if teachers will be included or as members of the TSC, this one I think will make teaching as a profession respected like any other profession. For example, we are looking at the Judicial Service Commission. We also look at even the Police Service Commission. It also has police commissioners on that commission, and any other profession. Many a time, teaching has not been respected. But I know this time, if it goes through, we shall be respected as teachers, and our voice will be heard. We shall be able to bring forth the issues affecting teachers, because now that we are on the ground. Now, looking at who represent the teachers, we can even have teachers, a teacher who is competent. Not necessarily the chairman of NAT, not necessarily the chairman of KEPSHA or the chairman of KESHA, because with them they have other responsibilities. Now, lastly, Mheshimiwa, on the same, you find that as head teachers, we have stagnated for too long, just because teachers are not represented in the TSC composition. Since 2017, these head teachers have remained in one job group all along. That is C5. They have not been moving. And I hope if this one can happen, then colleagues, I know we shall have a voice, and the TS will listen to us, and we shall get promotion automatically. In fact, we should not be appearing before the interview. We have appeared before the interview very many times, and nothing comes forth. Recently, we even had one.
We had.
I know there is nobody who is going to be promoted here. Last year we had another one. Nobody was promoted. So, Mheshimiwa, we shall be very happy if you include the issue of school administrators, and especially head teachers of primary schools. Because the moment you attain that level, I think you should be given promotion automatically. Sioni kwa nini watatukalia na tukufinyilia chini. So, Mheshimiwa, we support you on that.
Thank you so much. Then quickly, Mheshimiwa also raised some two issues: a model CBC school and school bus. So I know we may not be able to give the specifications, because I know there is the issue of the swimming pool, there is the issue of a lab, there is the issue of a workshop, there is the issue of the bus. But if Mheshimiwa allows, we can also allow 4 people to make a comment and propose the schools, so that we get the thinking in 5 minutes. Or proposing schools.
Everybody wants.
Everybody.
Everybody wants.
Yes. Yes, Mheshimiwa.
What will you do on that is
Yeah.
you will come up with the requirements
Yes.
of that model school.
Yes.
Then once that one is done, you will do the assessment of the schools that have got the biggest acreage of land, space, and of course, if the bus is coming from north, that model school must be from the south.
Yes.
You get the point?
Yes.
Or the model school should be at the center, where the others can come there, but the bus can be on the other flank, so it doesn't come from the same place. I think that one we can do. Then we can be able to proceed with that one.
Thank you.
Right? So I can even assist you. Can sit down, director. Very fast. So what we have agreed that, from what I have learned from you, is that the advocates through the Law Society of Kenya always elect the representative to the JSC.
Yes.
So the KNUT will also elect a representative, not the national chairman, not the national whatever, but they will elect somebody from their members.
Yes.
Kupet will do the same from their membership.
Yes.
KEPSHA will do the same, not the national chair, but they will elect from the wherever. When you go for your AGMs, the one you usually go to Mombasa, it can be part of the agenda that now we are also, apart from using this forum as for intended purposes also, but we are at the tail end, you're also going to elect the person who will represent you as the commissioner on Teacher Service Commission. And so that the membership of the commission becomes automatic. Once your tenure lapses, another person comes in, he takes over, you exit. You get the point?
Yes.
Then also for the Parents Association, the National Parents Association, they can also elect a parent to sit on the commission, right? And also the Kesha, you also elect one of your own to sit on the commission. And so now the composition of the Teacher Service Commission becomes automatic. You know, huyu kama kuna member amekufa, mnyi mnachagua mwingine, anakuwa tu automatic, mna forward, rais ana appoint. Yuko namna hiyo? So thank you very much. I think we can call this meeting to an end. Yes. Just appreciate you. Please support our government. Don't hate our government because of one leader whom you feel is being stupid, is not advancing the interest of our community. You can't hate a school because of one teacher. That teacher will leave one day, another new one will come, and the school will continue, right? So support our president. For us in Kimilili, he has supported us to the latter. And you know, many times people don't know the support of government to a constituency is dependent on what the MP asks for, on what the MP pushes for, right? If we go there and you don't push the issues of your people, then they will not come. That's why we have our Huduma Center being completed, equipped, fitted. Ukipita pale unaona kazi inaendelea kabisa. We are putting the wall, we are finishing it. Then I think that one will be able to get us to a level where we want us to go. But I can tell you, this new year that is coming in, there is very many things that are going to happen. I'm going to engage my campaigns to the next level. I'll be more consultative. From today backwards, I was not consulting because it was about me. You have to. It is your individual efforts that will put you to a level where now you become consultative and people are able to listen to you. I am sure some people who have said they want to run for governor, who declared a few months ago, if they call you for a meeting, you will not go because you know they will not make it. Yeah? So I knew if I could have called you a year ago for consultations, the teacher will say, wache tungoje tu kidogo tuone kama kuna mwingine anaweza kuja pale mzuri. You know, but now that I've been consistent and now I am serious. Now I am serious. I think now when we begin now to engage, people will come dressed in their best, ready to contribute to the agenda that we have for the people of Bungoma, so that we can solve the problems of our county once and for all. Amen. Mungu awabariki sana. Amen. Merry Christmas. Amen. And Happy New Year. Kwa wale ambayo we may not have an opportunity to meet again in the near future, next couple of months, tutakutana Mombasa Januari. Mungu awabariki sana. Wacha ni watafutie